I wrote this chapter from a place of honesty. No sugarcoating, no fake motivation, just the truth. You might see some of yourself in here, and I hope if you do, you realize it's not too late to pivot. You've got time, you've got power, you've got more in you than that place will ever ask of you. I'm here if you need me, always. Ray. Chapter 11. When the weight of the world hit back. Everything changed after my son was born. I was around 26 when I started working in the steel mill. Up to that point, I'd already done time in the foundries. Gritty, hot, and unforgiving places, but the mill felt different. It felt permanent, like I had finally landed the job I was supposed to retire from. That was the mentality back then. You didn't chase freedom, you chased security. I remember thinking when someone quit the mill, you got to be shitting me. Where the hell are they going to go? That's better than this. Because I was one of those brainwashed people. I bought into the system without even realizing it. Work became life. You'd come home drained, turn on the TV, do nothing, because there was nothing left in the tank. And that's exactly how they want it. The system is designed to keep you just smart enough to run the machines, but too tired and locked in to dream bigger. And the way they trap you is simple. It's called a schedule. In the mill, your schedule owns you. One week you're on nights, the next on days, sometimes both in the same week. You're always chasing a weekend off, a holiday, a random day to breathe. And when you finally get it, you're either too tired to enjoy it or too broke to do anything with it. Sure, there were slow periods when we'd get time off, but that just meant you were collecting unemployment. Feast or famine. You either had no time to spend your money or no money to enjoy your time. Like a lot of guys, I tried to hack the system. I bought back my freedom in the form of boats and campers. But that's not freedom. It's just debt disguised as fun. You can't even reserve a campsite when your schedule isn't set until Thursday. Most of the time, my family and I couldn't go anywhere because everything was booked. I'd try to squeeze in a weekend at my parents' camp in Erie when I could, but usually someone else was already there, and not everyone made me feel welcome. Looking back, those years feel like a blur, like that Adam Sandler movie, Click, where he fast forwards through life. I became content. I looked around, saw overweight, overworked men who had given up, and I became one of them. It was normal. It was what everyone else did. Mill life was hard. You never knew your shift, your schedule changed like the wind, and your meals came from gas stations and vending machines. The only pleasures were food and practical jokes. Inside those break rooms, those little pulpits, it always smelled like something cooking. That was our dopamine. That was how we got through the day. Me, I was a microwave guy, pizza and pop. I could drink 6 cans of soda for breakfast and eat half a pizza before 9 a.m. I was impatient and careless. I'd blow through my lunch and hit the vending machine before noon. Food became my relief, my reward, my escape. By then, I had a son, a daughter, and a mortgage. I kept grinding in that mill for 19 years. Over time, we bought more campers, started with pop-ups, moved to hybrids, then full-size, and eventually a beautiful 1986 motorhome, garage-kept, solid oak interior, mint condition. It was my favorite, but we only used it once, took it to South Carolina, and on the way back, I got nervous. What if it broke down? What if I couldn't maintain it? So I traded it in for a brand new fifth wheel, which meant a big four-wheel drive truck, more money, more debt. And every time I signed for something new, I gave away more of my freedom. That's what nobody tells you. Every loan is a leash. Most of those years were lived on autopilot. Wake up, punch home, watch TV, repeat. I had no real hobbies, just fishing now and then. No big group of friends. I was well liked by my coworkers. People said I was nice, but I didn't hang out with anyone. Maybe a few moments here or there, like a company picnic or Christmas party, but most of the time I was on my own. Deep down, I always felt like I was meant to do something more. And all those years, my marriage slowly changed too. We weren't lovers anymore. We were partners, roommates. I loved my wife deeply, and I still slip and say wife, even though it's been less than a year since the divorce, but I never got the affection I craved. I waited 26 years for a random hug, a soft touch, a spark. It never came. I wasn't perfect either. I gambled. Hard, especially once I learned how to play online. I didn't need a casino. I lost thousands of dollars in our dining room. I remember being up $8,000 playing $500 hands of blackjack. Then I lost one, then two, and I chased it and lost it all, plus more. I'm not proud of that, but this book isn't about pretending, it's about truth. I made mistakes, but now they're smaller, fewer, less reckless. I try to keep my best self in the driver's seat. As a father, I wish I'd done things differently. But living in the past ruins your future. You can't change the old scenes. You can only show up better in the next act. Through it all, my wife stayed. Maybe it was love, maybe it was habit, maybe it was fear. We were both raised in traditional families. Her parents were divorced, mine weren't, but they should have been. We stayed together because that's what we were taught. That's what people did. We did everything together: grocery shopped, ran errands, lived life side by side. She handled the bills, I handled the yard work and all the maintenance. We had a routine, a rhythm, but we didn't connect the way I always hoped we would. Even on our wedding day, the jokes didn't stop. My brother was my best man, and I still remember his speech. Congratulations, this is only his second girlfriend. We never thought he'd leave the house. I was 25, working, married, building a life, and I was getting roasted like I was some punchline. I never held it against him, but I never forgot. He's 46 now and still hasn't been married. Maybe that's karma, maybe not. I don't wish him anything bad, but I do know this: those years weren't wasted. They were lessons. Every loan, every fight, every long shift, every mistake, they all pointed me toward something bigger: a breaking point, a turning point. The fire inside me had been smothered by routine, but it wasn't gone. It was waiting.